Welcome back to Red Devilish channel, and we are back with reaction to NFL, and today we are looking at the Big Ten college football stadiums. Now, there's been a lot of comments about these college stadiums and how big they are, and if what is said is true, then they are massive compared to the stadiums not only in the Premier League but in England in general. Considering the smallest Premier League stadium at the moment is around about 14,000 capacity, I don't even think that will scrape the top 10 for the college football stadiums. But we're going to find out. This should be an interesting one. Make sure you comment down below what you want me to react to next. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and enjoy.
Here are the Big Ten college football stadiums.
Here we go.
Beaver Stadium, home of the Penn State Nittany Lions.
Penn State Mutiny Lions.
James, a beaver who built the stadium. Most beavers build dams, but in this area of Pennsylvania,
I like
it's
it.
a little more sophisticated.
I like it. That's massive.
That might not actually be true.
That is massive.
That's what she said.
In the north, you have this big curved upper deck
That
that
is
hovers
sick.
above the lower bowl,
That is
which
class.
is a fairly uncommon design. And the south end zone seating is similar to that of LSU's Tiger Stadium. Looks great. The stadium
that
is set
is-
for
you can
amazing
tell where they've
renovation
expanded it,
that will
though.
bring it into the
It looks
21st
sick.
century.
It does look class.
Because although it looks good on the
College
outside,
football stadium,
there are
man.
some
106,500 capacity. That is
James.
ridiculous. That is utterly ridiculous.
home of the Wisconsin
80,000 again. This
Badgers.
is
The oldest stadium in the
massive.
Big Ten.
It might not seem that
fact,
big
it's
to
named
the
after the
Americans that are
Indian
watching
Army
this, but
training
like
camp
honestly,
that
that is
occupied the
compared
site
to the
during the
English
Civil War.
stadiums or British
I'm not
stadiums
usually
in
a
general.
big fan of wars,
Massive.
but at least
I
they
like
kept it
that.
civil.
That looks really nice,
This one
really
is
clean.
another stadium that has a lot going on. Matched with the Skybox equivalent on the east.
That is
The
ridiculous.
exterior
I
is
can't.
also
Oh, mate.
completely different on
I'd
each side
love
of
to
the
go to one of
stadium.
these games.
And it's not something I usually
Absolutely love
mention,
it.
but they have a very fancy looking field house as well.
Not a fan of that
Maryland
one.
Stadium, home of the Maryland Terrapins.
Not a fan of that one, but still,
Like
51,000.
me, you
That
were
is
wondering what a
ridiculous. For
terrapin
college,
is.
I can't get my head around
It's
for
a turtle.
college football as well.
They chose that name, of course,
Why is
because
there
turtles
turtles
are
on
known for
one?
this. This one is a lot simpler than the last two. It's a fairly typical
God,
horseshoe design.
I mean, from that
with the
angle, that
addition
looks
of very tall
ridiculous.
triple-decker
It's my least
seats. I
favourite out of
also
the
like how some
ones shown
stadiums
so
have an
far, but
exterior
it's still
that's
quite a cool
reminiscent of a
stadium.
parking
Like,
garage.
I think Americans
This
just do
one
stadiums
literally has
better.
a parking
They just do
garage
it better.
as the Iowa Hawkeye.
69,000.
It's named after Niall
I
King.
don't actually know what the
I believe
smallest
it's
one's
the
going to
only
be, but
college
these,
stadium named after a
I can't
Heisman
imagine they'll
Trophy
get
winner,
much smaller. I don't
which
know.
is very
They
surprising.
started off big with
You get
100,000.
the football, given that it's made up of 4 individual stands that aren't connected.
Okay,
But those
that's quite
stands
similar
do have
to
quite a traditional
main
look to them,
football
with
stadiums
the
in
red
England.
brick
Like,
facade for the visitors' locker room is completely pink, which is done to put the away team in a passive mood. I mean, how
Mind
fired
games,
up
mate.
can
I
you
like
get when
it.
you're surrounded- Could
To
you
be fair, as a
constantly
player,
have
I don't think
local
I'd be that
music
fussed
playing
about
in
what the
room?
colours of rooms are.
That's
Like,
like
I'm
the
not there
audio
to.
equivalent of the color
I'm
pink.
not there to look at the
Well, to be
decor, you
honest, I
know.
don't even... Memorial Stadium, home of the Illinois Fighting Illini. This one's a little different. It
I
has
don't
a
know if I
very
like that one.
elegant neoclassical
It looks
design,
really smooth.
particularly the exterior.
I
It
don't
looks
like the
like
exterior.
something you'd see
Do
in
not
the
like the
Ivy League.
exterior at all.
In fact,
It's
it
a bit
kinda
hidden.
looks like a
I don't like that.
combination of Harvard
I suppose it's a
Stadium
college
and Franklin
stadium,
Field.
isn't it? So
Something that's quite
It's on
fascinating
campus,
about
I guess.
this
Not on
stadium is that
campus,
during
but yeah.
construction, way back in the 20s, Memorial Stadium,
What?
home of the Indiana Hoosiers.
that looks a lot bigger than 50,000, though. I
impressions
think.
are
I
that
don't know if
the
it's just the
stadium
angles they
isn't
show,
anything
but
out of the
that
ordinary.
stand on the
Then
left
you
side
look
is
behind each
massive.
of the
That
end
looks
zones.
class, mate.
To the
Absolute
south,
class. Oh,
there's a
there's
miniature
only
version
3.
of the field.
Oh,
And to the north, you notice a spectacular cathedral or castle.
oh, that's quite cool. To be fair, I like that.
Stunning.
That looks
Although,
unbelievable.
as with many college
That is a
stadiums,
sick
the
stadium.
southern end
That is
zone
sick.
was recently... There was literally nothing else. It was
Oh,
just
mate.
grass behind each end zone.
Bloody hell!
I kinda
Even that's
like
quite cool though. Those two stands. It's almost like home and away like that. That would be
Memorial
class.
Stadium.
Another
Home of
Memorial
the
Stadium.
Nebraska
Bloody, I'll say that's
Cornhuskers.
3 in a row.
Being just humble
85,000.
Cornhusker folk, they've done quite well for
I
themselves.
quite like that. I don't know.
They
It's
built
different.
themselves
That's a really
magnificent
different one, but I
stadium,
really like
grand
it.
for 5 tiers of seating, which you certainly don't see every day.
5 tiers of
And behind
seating.
each end zone,
Jesus.
you have these huge stands, which look pretty cool. Although it's
There's
not
a
city,
little
it's a
pitch there
stadium
as well.
within a
I
city.
like the outer bit. The
Nebraska
exterior
doesn't
looks
have
class
many
there.
sizable
It looks
cities, I
really
think,
good.
Is the main point.
Mate, these are
Because as
massive.
the legendary Nebraskan poet,
Absolutely
Douglas
massive.
McNugget once said,
Now
Michigan
that
Stadium,
107,000, that just looks like a really
Let me start out
smooth.
by
It looks like a
mentioning that
velodrome
the third
almost,
biggest
or like
stadium in the
a
world and the biggest outside
the-
of Asia.
The track, I can't think what it is because I don't watch it, but the track that the NASCAR cars go around. What is it called? I don't know what it is. What is it? Do you know what I mean though? One of these. This is what I'm thinking of. One of these, like I don't know what it's called though. The NASCAR track. I don't know. Is it called the Speedway? I feel like it's called the Speedway. Wait, that's what kind of looks like. I mean, not at all, but
So that's
that was a waffle for no reason there.
But the
I
stadium's
like this
striking
stadium though.
design means
This
that
stadium
from
looks
the
slick.
outside, you'd hardly notice that the stadium was.
Oh, and it's kind of like oh mate, that is
The
a
design,
cold
although it
stadium.
looks
That.
pretty
I
good,
like that.
Is very, very simple. It's
Simple
just a
is
simple
just
tree
what
of
you
gold
need
with
sometimes though. You
skyboxes
don't need
on
to be
either
like
side of the
overzealous with
field.
it. Like simple
In fact, the
is
most unusual
effective.
thing
You
about
know.
it is that it's almost perfectly symmetrical.
Oh,
an
that is
anomaly in
so.
college
Oh,
football.
that is satisfying.
The stadium
Oh.
holds numerous attendance records, as you might expect, including the largest college football crowd that wasn't held in a NASCAR track, which was a little over 100.
Bit weird. We're just talking about NASCAR tracks.
Home of the Ohio State Buckeyes. You
Buckeyes.
See, I know that a sunken field design is more cost-effective, and I guess it would be safer if an earthquake were to occur.
I quite like this one.
You've just got to love
I
an
dunno.
imposing exterior like that. Just look at it.
I
It's
think
a
that looks
fortress.
quite
I'm
nice.
surprised there isn't a drawbridge. That being the shoe of a horse.
Mm,
In fact, before
yeah,
the
I guess so.
Southern
I mean, it's a bit of a
was
stretch, I
filled
think,
in, it was
but
the king of all
I
horseshoes.
don't know. Horseshoe.
Now, it
Nah.
technically isn't a horse. Home of the Purdue Boilermakers.
Purdue
That is a very
Boilermakers.
specific nickname. But I like it.
Oh, I like that
You've got to
nickname
be
as well.
tough to make a boiler.
Purdue
perhaps not
Boilermakers.
these
The
days.
pitch looks awful. The
stadium,
pitch
as
looks
you can
absolutely
see, is
awful.
that
The stadium's
rudimentary
nice.
single-tier horseshoe style
That's more of a
that you
horseshoe, I
see
think.
here and there. It's probably the simplest
Or a
stadium
U.
in this conference, but for some people, that's ideal.
I'm telling you, simple is
But the stadium's
effective.
south end
It is
zone
the
a
best
little
way to make a
unusual.
stadium. Just keep
This
it
section
simple.
used to have Plymouth and Northwestern
47,000. See, that still looks
Now,
bigger
this
than
one's got a bit
47,000,
more
I think.
going on.
I
Stadium
do
is
like the
a
college
stadium,
stadiums where they are kind of
and
like
some of that seating is a
they
little
don't.
strange.
I mean, some of them
The
don't
main
look
stands
good,
up
but a
the
lot of them
deck,
do look
rows
good. The way
rows.
that they're kind of just encapsulated into the buildings. Like then they don't look like a stadium necessarily look like a stadium from the outside in, but like obviously from the inside out, like, obviously it looks like a stadium because you've got stands. But I kind of like that.
From the bird's
Some
eye
of them
view
don't look great, but
and the
most of them
side-on
do.
view. Sheer Stadium, home of the Rutgers Scarlet Knights.
52,000
There's
She
no
Stadium.
obvious medieval-inspired architecture with this
The
one.
pitch looks
It's all
the
fairly
pitch looks
normal on the
nice there.
outside,
Oh, that looks
but it
crispy.
does have a cannon, however.
I do like the writing
So
on the
that's good.
pitches. They are very
It's right on
satisfying.
the Scarlet- this little
The
section
red
of the
tin
south
roof on
end
that
zone
makes it
is
look
actually
really
the
nice.
recruiting
Like just
lounge.
the old kind of design of it.
Other than that, it's a fairly
Massive again though.
straightforward
That
design.
still looks like
Good
more
one.
than 47,000. Like I think that's what it was. Or 52,000. One of them.
Spartan Stadium.
Spartan Stadium,
home of the Michigan State
75,000.
Spartans.
Pretty much the same size
This
as Old
stadium has a
Trafford.
very clean
Manchester
design.
United Stadium,
It
if
would
you
even
aren't
be
familiar.
perfectly-
I don't know if I like it. I like it when they
It's
got
modern,
wings and
yet
then
traditional.
a circular bit.
And it's
I
the only
really
side
like
of the
that
stadium
Michigan
with a
one. Was it
particularly
Michigan?
good-looking
The literal
exterior.
just
The rest
circle.
is a bit
The oval
meh.
looked so
It makes it a
clean.
bit of a shock, but due to this section, the stadium is actually the tallest building in the city.
Tallest
Provided
building in
you
the
exclude
city.
those
I don't think that.
smokestacks
I
over
suppose
it.
that is quite high.
And to be fair,
I mean, I literally
the
see
city
a
has
building.
smaller
I
population,
sorry.
exclude those smokestacks
I'm
over it.
literally seeing
And
a
to be
taller
fair,
building over there.
The city has a smaller population than the stadium's capacity.
That is mental. He just said the capacity of the stadium is more than
And
the actual
finally, TCF Bank Stadium,
population
home
of the
to
city. That's
Minnesota Gophers.
ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
newest stadium
Another
in the
good
conference,
stadium. It's just
although
circular.
you
I
might
like
not be
it.
able to
I
tell
like
just
it.
by looking.
Oh, that
Kind
pitch
of.
looks really crispy as
I mean,
well.
there weren't
Oh,
really any designs quite
oh, that
like
looks
this in the
nice. Oh,
1920s.
I do like a good
But
pitch,
the
mate.
exterior is still fairly classical looking with the extensive use of.
It looks a bit like
brick and
the.
whatnot.
I was gonna
You
say it
also
looks a
get
bit like a
decent
Colosseum,
view
but I
from
think that's a
the
bit of a
outdoor
reach that
skyline
one.
from B.
Oh yeah, they could
And
just
you
go
can
up,
just
couldn't
tell
they,
by
with like
looking at it where
with
the
expenditure?
additional seating might
That could
be
be
added.
massive.
And that's all for today's video.
Mate, I'll tell you what. College football stadiums are insane. Like they're massive. I don't understand the hype for the sport is so massive that they probably fill those like week in week out, or however often the games are. But that is ridiculous. I can't get my head around the size of them for college football as well. That's a mind blowing bit. Like for Premier League football, the top tier of football in England, the biggest stadium is 75,000. Old Trafford, I don't think the Tottenham new stadium or the new West Ham stadium have got bigger than that, but I think Old Trafford with 75,000 is the biggest capacity in English football, which is massive, of course, but in terms of college football, that's kind of standard or like just above standard. I think as an American, I think you just kind of take that for granted. Like oh yeah, that stadium's what 60,000. That's quite small, but like in terms of English and kind of even European in general, like the capacity for the stadiums aren't as big as that as an average. It is mind blowing, especially for college football. Like I said, that is a bit that I can't get my head around. But like I said, hit that like button. Comment down below also what you'd like me to react to next. Subscribe if you're new. Hope you have a good day, a great week, and I'll catch you in a bizzle.